let's move into our next topic. It's top 5 need to win teams to stay in contention this week. We have, or we'll list them off. So for mine, I put the Browns at number 5. You know, they have big hopes. I mean, this is their second year of having these big hopes, signing big name players. They still have Odell, they have Jarvis Landry, and they have this, supposedly amazing quarterback in Baker Mayfield who has taken a complete dump. I mean, Myles Garrett is great, but you never know when he's going to go hit a quarterback in the head with a helmet. So, I mean, you never really know with that guy. But I think that if the Browns have any hope of winning this week, or winning and making it to the playoffs, they need to win this game, and they need to keep going on and add to that win column. What do you think about that, sir?
You want me to give you my 5?
Yeah,
go for it. Give you my number 5?
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, this team is 0-2, and if they lose this game, I think we have to question everything about what's going on over there. I said the Eagles. Now, Are they going to make the playoffs? Are they even in contention right now with 0-2? No, they're not. They're not.
I don't know.
But they're playing the Bengals this week, okay? And if they lose to the Bengals, then what are we doing over there in Philadelphia?
Right.
Where do we go from here? Do we fire the head coach?
No, you got.
What do we do with Wentz? Where are we going?
I mean, Wentz. I think Wentz is a good call. I mean, the fact that the coach won the Super Bowl with Nick Foles at quarterback, I think that's impressive, and I think that'll keep him. I think that'll give him a year of safety more. So, I think getting rid of Carson Wentz first and going with that would probably be their best option. Kind of, and maybe even if they continue losing. What if they have a chance of getting Trevor Lawrence if they are that bad? I mean, I don't see it happening. You also have Justin Fields, who I love. I think he's going to be amazing in this, adapting new football era with all the running quarterbacks. But
yeah,
you might see who was it they drafted this year? The quarterback, Jaden Hurts or whatever.
Yeah.
I think he was from Alabama, right? Or Oklahoma. Yeah.
I love him as a pick. I would love to see him.
There's a reason why they drafted him. They want to see what he can do before they start firing head coaches.
Well, that's what they were. That's what I saw people saying was if Wentz is lucky that there is no fans there because there would be a lot of booing.
Yeah, now, they'd be calling for Jaden Hurts right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Jalen Hurts or whatever.
Now, is the offensive line the problem? He has no weapons. I don't know. It hasn't been good though. And when was the last time he made the playoffs? Was it 2017? Did he make it?
It wasn't him doing the work at the end.
Actually, I lied. He made the playoffs last year. My bad. But they stunk anyway.
Yeah, they don't make it far.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should know about that. You're the Seahawks.
I know.
I think you guys played them, right?
Yeah.
Number 4 on my list is the Saints. Saints are 1-1. They're usually a team that ends up going 12-4, 11-5. I mean, shoot, last year I think they went almost 13-13, right? Or was it 12-4?
Yeah.
Anyways, they need this win. They're 1-1. For a team like Drew Brees, with having Drew Brees on that team, you need to get a win. I don't care if you don't have Michael Thomas. You still have Alvin Kamara, and you have Emmanuel Sanders. You're Drew Brees. If you think that you're going to make it to the playoffs, you need to win this week. Saints need to win. Number 4.
My number 4 was the Browns. So we had the same there, and basically with the same reasons as you. I mean, the Browns were the team that were supposed to win last year. They were the hyped up team, kind of like how the Bucs are this year. So they got to make the playoffs this year. I mean, they have too many weapons. They've drafted too well. Exactly. It's all up to the coach. I mean, they keep replacing coaches every year, it feels like.
Right.
They need to win.
Yeah. So, number 3, I have the Cowboys. They lived like they won the Super Bowl last week, and they haven't. They won one game. One game. It was a good game. Give them that. But it was not the game they need to win. This week, they need a win to keep that going, and that is your Seahawks. If they beat the Seahawks, Cowboys are legit this year, and that's my take. I think they need a win this week.
So my number 3 was the Colts. I like the Colts, honestly. I mean, everything about the Colts I love. Their defense is good. They got a good old line. They got decent weapons for Phillip Rivers. The only thing I don't like is Phillip Rivers.
Right. They kind of took a swing in the left field with that one. You know, they could have got Cam Newton at the time, but they chose Phillip Rivers, who threw a sizable amount of picks last year, and that doesn't leave me confident as a Colts fan.
Yeah, it doesn't make me confident as not a Colts fan.
Yeah, I mean, I would be, before I'd make that decision, I'd go to Andrew Luck and like beg for him to come back. I mean,
I think Teddy Bridgewater would have been a great option for them, to be honest. He doesn't throw a lot of picks.
Right, yeah. I mean,
Kinda
it
nice.
takes someone to not mess it up, and I think Phillip Rivers sometimes will help you, but he's also the guy that's going to screw your whole game up. He's going to screw your whole game up sometimes. Yeah. He'll throw.
They're playing the Jets.
Yeah. Jets, they're gonna win.
They're gonna win.
But
it was a bad
win.
decision by me, to be completely honest. You would have moved him out of 3, but you know, I have to make it different from yours.
Yeah, exactly. We can't be twins. So number 2, I think the losers of the Super Bowl this year, last year, the 49ers need to win this week. I don't care if they had 50 injuries. They have Nick Mullins, and that's enough. I mean, they need this win. They're without Bosa basically, and Jimmy Garoppolo at this point. They have most of their players back. I think they might have Debo back. I doubt it though. They got Ayuk. George Kittle might be back. He's questionable. I think Debo Samuel's next week, but they need a win. They're playing a Saquon Barkley. They don't have a Saquon Barkley Giants team. You know, they're playing garbage Giants team. They need a win. If they don't win this game, I don't see the Niners even coming close to making the playoffs. I say 7-9 for the Niners if they don't win this game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Giants. As I've said plenty of times, this is my Giants hating podcast right here. Giants stink. My number 2 is the Saints. They've been really questionable. Mm-hmm. They didn't play. I mean, Drew Brees did not play great against the Buccaneers or the Raiders. They beat the Buccaneers, but I don't know. Drew Brees is questionable.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Yeah. Number 1, I put the Buccaneers. They put out a lot of money this year. They signed Tom Brady. They signed Leonard Fournette to help him out. They signed, what was the other running back they signed? It was LaShawn McCoy as well. A bunch of they brought Gronk back out of retirement. I mean, Brady's got a lot of weapons to work with, and as well as the ones that were already there, like I think Peyton Barber or something. I mean, Brady's got a lot of weapons, and for them to put out this much money and for them to be 1-1 right now, I mean, Brady's looking better as the season goes on, but they need a win here, and it needs to happen this week. I said Buccaneers number 1 just because of their situation, and they need to make the playoffs this year. So this is a step in the right direction.
Yeah, I didn't put the Bucs this week. I did put the Bucs this week. I didn't put the Niners this week because you said the Niners number 2. Didn't put the Niners. They're playing the Giants. I was just like, they're going to win. But I had the Buccaneers also number 1. Same reasons as you.
Right.
I mean, they put a lot on the line these next 2 years.
Yeah.
They got rid of their potential in Winston, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Who
He
knows
got
how
eye
that
surgery.
would have gone.
He got eye surgery, so he's
He
healed.
could have been great.
He could be.
Hey.
He could have been great, but it's
It may
you'll
be
never
time
know.
to put Winston in over Breeze. We may have to think about that. All right, it may be questionable because let me tell you,
I think
Breeze
that's
ain't
why
playing great.
I think that's the reason they brought him in. I mean, if Breeze
He's
goes
good.
down, he's getting older, and then also if Breeze, if he retires next year, they're gonna want to re-sign Winston.
Yeah.
I mean, Sean Payton's good at making quarterbacks look good. He has Alvin Kamara. I mean, he made Teddy Bridgewater look good, and now Teddy Bridgewater looks like crap. I mean, he doesn't look. I mean, not crap, but he doesn't look
No, you're right.
like that good. I've never thought much of him, but he doesn't look very hot. So I think if Winston went into that Sean Payton offense, I think he would. I think he'd be good. I think he'd be like a Dante Culpepper on the Vikings back in the day, kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
But next topic, legit 2-0 teams. We got a lot listed here. I'm gonna list through them. We got the Bears, Raiders, Rams, Bills, Steelers, Titans, Seahawks, Cardinals, Packers, Chiefs, and Ravens. So let's start with the Bears. What do you think?
No, they're not legit.
Yeah,
no, they're not legit. The media talked about fourth quarter Trubisky. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you, it wasn't fourth quarter Trubisky. It was fourth quarter wide receivers making catches that they should not have caught. All right.
Yeah.
That's the only reason his stats look great. You go back, watch the throws. I don't know how Allen Robinson made some of these catches. Yeah. He was the clutch one in my opinion. Mitchell Trubisky doesn't look great. I mean, but I like. I mean, I'm not gonna.
Hey, 2-0.
Yeah, exactly. They got 2 wins.
2-0. I don't believe they're legit either. I don't.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say? Sorry.
No, that's all I was gonna say.
So with Mitchell Trubisky, even if he was playing good, he's not gonna keep it going. I mean, I don't see it. I don't know if his arm gets sore, if he's got weak muscles or something, but he's not going to keep the production going in my eyes. And I think that, the Bears defense is going to be the only thing that shines like usual because they got Khalil Mack. Sometimes I forget they still have Khalil Mack because they're just such a crappy team. I mean, they had such high expectations. Like last year or the year before that or something like that. They had a killer defense. They thought Mitchell Trubisky was the stuff and he was going to go to the Super Bowl, and that just crashed and burned. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, Bears, not legit. Raiders looked good.
I like the Raiders. I like the Raiders a lot. I thought we were going to disagree on this.
I hate the Raiders as a fan base team, whatever, but they look nice. I
thought you were going to disagree with that, to be honest. I thought we weren't going to agree with that. But I agree with you. I like the Raiders.
They're iffy on me. I'm going to go. Josh Jacobs looks good. Derek Carr looked nice. But I think Derek Carr is probably going to get hurt. It's probably going to be something stupid like that. He's going to injure his shoulder. But I'll be nice and I'll say legit. But mark my words, I think it's going to be they're going to make it to the new seeds. Like, it's not going to be like if we were running by last year's rules, they wouldn't make the playoffs. But since it's this year, I think they'll go 8-8 or 9-7, and I think they'll make it barely. I do.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I agree.
I like the Raiders? Yeah.
I do. I'm jumping on the Raiders bandwagon. All right, Gruden carrying the way.
Oh man. Okay, Rams.
I like the Rams. Yeah, I think they're a legit team. They look like they've bounced back quite well from last year. I think their play calling is so much better than last year as well. I mean, they got rid of Todd Gurley, but they're winning games. They're winning more games. So
yeah, they are.
And they basically have no money. So I mean, they should have been one of the teams that have to win because they're putting everything on the line these next couple of years because they have no cap.
Yeah.
No cap.
Rams, I'm not buying it. I'm not.
Right.
I think, they got you got Niners in that. I mean, even if the Niners don't pan out, they're gonna get a decent amount of wins, and they're still gonna be a good team. They got to deal with the
Yeah.
Cardinals, the Seahawks, Niners, and whoever else is on that schedule. I think that they are going to have a good start, and I think they're going to be kind of the same as last year. They could make it into that extra spot, kind of like the Raiders do. We'll see.
Mhm.
But I don't expect much. I think they're a fraud. I think they are the imposter.
I think out of all of the teams that are going to miss the playoffs, they're going to be the best ones if they miss.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to have to be a second wild card team. It's going to be – there could be 3 teams that finish that make the playoffs in the NFC West. So
Yeah.
it's difficult.
I heard it. I mean, apparently it's possible. People were doing their mathematics, and apparently it's possible. So we'll see about that. Next team, we got the Bills. I think it's going to be the same story. No, I think they're legit. Josh Allen has had like the best start among quarterbacks, or top 4 or something like that. I saw a stat. He's like got one of the best starts in quarterback history. He looks good. I think that they might improve on their record they had last year by like maybe 1 game. So if they were like 10-6, I think, or 9-7 last year, going into the playoffs, I think they'll be 1 game better.
Yeah, I agree. I like the Bills. I think they're a great team. I think they only got better from last year. Josh Allen, I think, is only going to improve. And, I mean, they're going to win the division. I don't see the Patriots winning. So, yeah, they're legit.
Yeah. Steelers. They're looking good. They're on. I mean, you never know. That offense could be tricky. I don't see them. I mean, their defense is. I think it was better than the Niners last year. Top 2 defense or something last year.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see the offense following that lead, and for that reason, I'm out. I think that they are gonna be having some problems, and I think they're gonna end up around 7-9. Is my prediction.
Yeah, we need to stop agreeing on things. To be honest,
yeah,
I don't like this.
I don't love. It's not normal.
I don't love the Steelers either. I mean, I've seen them really rated high on some power rankings, and I just don't like it. I mean, they beat the Giants and the Broncos.
Yeah,
the Giants and the Broncos. I saw them at 4th on some power ranking.
Yeah,
it's like, what?
It doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem right.
I mean,
I'm not buying it.
We'll see how they do against like teams like the Ravens.
Yeah. Next up, Titans.
They're questionable, to be honest. They haven't looked as great as people thought.
But they're 2-0.
Yeah, they are 2-0.
I mean, Ryan Tannehill's still throwing darts like he was last year.
True.
We'll see how it works out. They still got Derrick Henry. They got a good defense. I mean, a decent defense. I don't know.
Yeah, they have a good defense, and it's just weird. Like, really the defense and the run game carried them last year, right? We know that. Their ability to keep teams at lower points, and then also keep the clock, keep them with the possession of the ball. And I just don't know if I love the defense. I mean, they let up 30 points to the Jaguars. Right. Gardner Minshew. I mean, they're good.
Gardner Minshew. I think Gardner Minshew's got a good future, but I won't speak on that. But
when you start playing the great top-tier quarterbacks with weapons as well, the Jaguars don't have weapons. I mean, they got DJ, but nah.
But they almost took out the Chiefs, and they took out the Ravens. So, I mean, you never know. They could be legit. I'm going to go with this. What are you going? Are you going imposter? You think they're legit?
I don't know. This is so hard for me. My heart says no, but my brain says yes.
my body. I'm going to go with no. I'm going with no.
All right.
I'm going with no.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that. I think there's some other teams that are going to take their spot, but I think they're legit in a sense of they got a future with Derrick Henry, and Ryan Tannehill will have his time, but not this year.
I'm gonna say no as well, and
quit agreeing with
we'll
me.
see. No, I'm sorry. I don't love it. I don't love who they've beat, and they beat them close. But I could be wrong. I don't know. That's a hard one. The hardest one on this list for me.
Right. Seahawks, come on. I hate
Next.
the Seahawks. We know they're legit. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Cardinals.
They beat you guys when healthy. You guys were healthy. They beat you guys. And
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah,
They're it for me.
they did.
They're it over the Titans.
But
I just said it.
let's be honest here. Someone's going to pick up on that DeAndre Hopkins dip out route. That's all they do. I've watched 2 Cardinal games, and both of them have been just stupid little dump out routes to just DeAndre Hopkins. And if not him, Kenyon Drake. And eventually defenses are going to pick up on that. But I'm going to say they are legit. And I'm going to say that they make the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to go far. I think it's going to be a first round, second round type deal. They'd be lucky if they made it, to the second round. I don't think that they're anything special. Don't.
I like the Cardinals a lot. I think their offense is really solid. They've done a really good job with putting weapons around Kyler Murray. The offensive line is still questionable, but it's better.
Any offensive line with a running quarterback is going to look way better than it is.
Yeah, true. And then their defense improved last year. I mean, they improved basically everything. I mean, their secondary was maybe didn't improve, but they did great against you guys.
Yeah,
and they
did.
blew out
the
Washington football team. So
yeah, that's not a big triumphant win, but yes.
Yeah.
So we got. So are you saying you think they're legit? I think they're legit to a degree. Packers.
They're it, okay, but
they're always in though. They're always in,
right.
And I think Aaron Rodgers is just going to be Aaron Rodgers. They're going to make the playoffs. They're not going to do nothing. They're not going to win the Super Bowl. It's not going to be nothing special. It's not going to be but they'll make the playoffs. It's Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Jones is insane. I think he's the best Aaron on the team, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
carried him last year. He had like 4 touchdowns in a game, and Aaron Rodgers had none. I think.
Yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers right now for the season is at his peak, and I think it's just going to keep going down.
Yeah.
He said in an interview, this is the first time his arm isn't hurting. It's only going to start hurting. So
yeah, he's old. It's going to happen.
Yeah. So they're it, but I wish we can just calm down a little bit.
Yeah. But they're 2-0. I think that they're just going to be another playoff team, nothing special, but this one's going to be another brush off and go Chiefs.
As long as they have Patrick, as long as they have Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
They're going to find the only thing
Sorry, I'll go ahead. Patrick Mahomes last year, he had injury troubles. He was out for a couple games. He ended up coming back. That's the only thing that's going to keep him out of this thing. They're legit. They're most likely going to either make it to the AFC Championship or the Super Bowl. It's going to happen. Either one, but they're going to make it.
The only thing that makes me question them a little bit, just a little bit, tiny little bit, is that Patrick Mahomes hasn't looked, amazing. He
looks like a star still, but he doesn't look like.
Yeah.
He looked like he had flaws in the Charger game, but there were also those games last year.
Did you watch the Chargers game?
Yeah, I watched the last 4 drives. One of the biggest parts of the game was when they were driving off on each other.
Basically, the entire game, he was not that great. He made that one throw that everybody picked up upon, and it was everywhere in the media. But other than that, he didn't play that great. But they're the Chiefs. They're it.
Yeah.
So that's all.
For Patrick Mahomes, he didn't play good.
Exactly.
But he played
Yeah.
good. I mean,
Yeah.
Next one, Ravens. They're legit. They're gonna make the second, third round. I don't know. We'll see about Super Bowl, but I think unless things pan out weird, I think we have another shot to see a Ravens Chiefs NFC Championship.